Today I will be teaching you about how to add fractions. So, how you're going to add a fraction with the same denominator. Okay, so let's say we had 2/4 and 3/4. Add those together. So we're going to forget about the denominators for now because they're the same. They don't really matter till later. We're going to add the 2 and 3. So that is 5. And then we bring these back into the question. So they're both 4, so we don't do anything to them because they're both the same number. We don't want to add them to 8 because that would make a different fraction. We want 5/4. Now that's over 1. That is an improper fraction because 5 is 1 more than 4. So it's going to be 1 and 1/4. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to add fractions with different denominators. So, how we're going to do that is, so say we had 3/5 and 4/4. Well, let's change that. 4/8. So, what we're going to do to add these two is we're going to look over here. We can't have them different. So we're going to times this. We're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. I always do it by 5 at a time, or 4 at a time. And for this one, we're going to go 8, 16, 22, I believe. 24, and 32. So it's 25, 32 is 40, and then we're going to go 30, 35, and 40. So we have a match, 40 and 40. I times 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So I'm going to times this by 8. Now we want to also times the numerator by 8. So with the second number, 4/8, I timesed it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to times this by 5, but I also have to time this by 5. So, what I'm going to do is, so yes, 5 times 8 equals 40. We're going to do the easy ones first, and 8 times 5 equals 40. So now we have two 40s. 4 times 5 equals 20, so 20/40ths over here. And 8 times 3, let's just go over here, is 24. So we have 24/40ths. Now let's just erase this real quick. And we have 24/40ths, 24/40ths, and 20/40ths. How we're going to add this together is, remember, take these out of the equation real quick. Add these two, which is 44, because 20 plus 20, and then add 4, so 44/40ths, which does not add up because it is 4 more than 40, so it'll make it an equivalent fraction. You want 4 and 4/40ths. I mean 1 and 4/40ths. And that is how you add fractions with alike denominators and different denominators. Now, subtracting fractions with alike denominators is pretty much the same as adding them. You just want to have, say, 4/8 plus or minus 2/8. So what you're going to do is 4 minus 2, because you take these out of the equation. 4 minus 2 is 2/8. So there's your answer. Now, if you want to simplify it, you will just divide this by 2 and divide this by 2, which would be 1/4. There you have an easy fraction. Now, to add or to subtract fractions with different denominators, it's pretty much the same thing as adding them. You're going to go, let's just do 3/6 minus 2/12. So what you're going to do this is just an easy one, times 2, because that is already 6. So this times 2, 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. So 6 times 12 plus 2 twelfths, 6 twelfths plus 2 twelfths is going to equal, minus, I'm going to keep saying plus, equals, so 6 minus 2 is 4 twelfths. And can we simplify this? So let's divide this by 2 and divide this by 2. So that divided by 2 is 2. That divided by that is 6. So 2 6. We can simplify that even more. 2 divided by 2 and divided by 2, which again is just adding them in, or 2, which again is just dividing them in half. And that will give us 1/3. So that is how you subtract with alike denominators and unlike denominators.